How's it going, guys? Arady Blaze here, and today I'm going to be showing you a little farm concept I came up with. It's I call it a mega industrial farm. Um, it's a big combination of farms all wrapped up into one structure, one really large structure. The structure itself is about 68 blocks tall, including the mob spawner in the top. And so I'll give you a quick little tour of everything that I've done here. And let's go inside so you can kind of see the inside of it here. So I went ahead and installed a super smelter in here, so you can smelt all the cacti and things like that you're going to be pulling out of this farm. You can see the big giant wall of cactus that I've got here. It's pretty crazy, I think. Took me a while to build, and pretty satisfied with how it turned out. And what I've got, just to go ahead and explain this, all these farms have these water streams taking all the items they generate into some other water streams, like soul sand streams and things of that nature. They can get all the items into one central area, so they go into the storage area. I'll get back to the storage area in a bit, though. Yeah, and then we also have a wall of melons to farm here. It's has some pretty crazy output with as much as we've got here. And there's the top row is actually pumpkins as well, and I just added this in just in case you needed pumpkins for something. Nothing too crazy, but just so that the option was there. Up here in the very center at the top, we have a iron farm, an iron golem farm, and maybe we'll get to see one spawn in real time. But what I've got is a bunch of villagers in here. They've got beds to sleep on and stuff. And then over here in this area, if you can see it, got a zombie sitting here so you can see some of the villagers as they walk by, and that'll make the villagers spawn iron golems. You see there's one right now. It's getting burnt up by the lava, and it has some decent rates. I mean, especially if you go AFK at this thing, it'll work pretty good. I went ahead and added in a wool farm here so we can get 14 different colors of wool. I didn't do magenta or white because white is so common and easy to get as is, and magenta looks a lot like purple, so I just figured why bother doing both of those. And let's see, you've got these hoppers coming down into a hopper burnout clock here. We can turn on and off if we wanted to, and it's constantly dispensing all the wool that it outputs. And the same thing for the iron farm. It's constantly outputting with a hopper clock all of the items into this water stream to send them down this way. And so yeah, then on this wall over here, drop down here. Oh yeah, there's also this bamboo farm. Just pretty happy with this. I added this in mainly just for the super smelter in the bottom there, so that way we can get some, we can get a lot of items put out of this thing, and that way we can smelt a lot of items while we're here. We go AFK up here and we can smelt just a ton of stuff if we needed to or wanted to. Thought it was pretty good to have this in, so we didn't need fuel and things of that nature. Let's go down here to the base level. And so you see this water stream here. You saw the sugar cane going up, so I'm sure you can already figure out what I'm alluding to for my next farm. But we will come outside here. You can see we've got a super big sugarcane farm, and it's putting out some good sugarcane. And I'm aware of the zero tick farms and things of that nature that have been created for bamboo and sugarcane and cacti and all that. I just feel like they're exploitive, and I don't know, they're a little. They don't make sense to me. I guess I don't understand the redstone for them, so I like to make farms that make sense. And this is just one of the farms that makes sense to me. Just this good old-fashioned observer piston setup. And so yeah, that's all the different farms here. It's also got a mob farm up here as well. And I went ahead and built an AFK platform up here for making the mobs, locking the mobs to only spawn in that little area. And we'll go back up inside here. Let's open up this piston door. This is a super simple piston door. I suck at piston doors, to be honest. That's why it's so huge and massive. But it's I don't know, it works. So then let's see if I can find my way up there. And so also, yeah, you can see here that I use the hopper mine carts to collect all the wool and things. They're dropping them into these hoppers as they go by. And the same goes for mob farm. Mob farm's up here. And what I did to avoid the, you know, normally a mob farm is done with death by fall damage. What I did was I have water sources that turn on and off based on a hopper clock. And they're pushed into this middle area where they're sucked down to magma and they burn to death basically on the magma. And I have these minecarts, hopper minecarts, that go through and collect all the items that are dropped on that magma there. And it works out pretty good, so we can get all the drops out of this farm. So yeah, it's a pretty simple, pretty cool concept for survival. It's a big project, but this is obviously really easy to scale. Because, you know, right here there's a big empty area here where I would at some point like to add in a tree farm, an automatic tree farm. But the only worry for me there is that golems will try to spawn in that area, and I don't know how to remedy that. But I may get there, and I'll post an update video about it whenever I get there. And let's see. Let's go ahead and drop back down here to the bottom. So yeah, all the items coming in here. It's gonna need a pretty massive storage area. So you can see I've got storage silos for each and every one of the items that it's gonna drop. You know, we've got our cacti, our watermelon, our sugarcane, our gunpowder, bones, rotten flesh, iron, pumpkins, poppies. This comes out of the iron golem farm as well. Arrows, string, and then all the wool and anything that doesn't somehow get picked up by everything else. It's you can see I got a ton of colored wool here, and it's really nice to have this, so I don't have to worry about, you know, I don't have to worry about adding a storage silo for each one of these colors, just because the output on it is good with all the colors put together, but for each particular color it's not really that impressive. So I didn't want to go in and put in 14 more storage setups just to capture all this wool. So yeah, it's pretty awesome in my opinion. And the super smelter is pretty straightforward. All the bamboo is collected with a flying machine. I'll fly up there real quick and show you. I don't believe I've built a flying machine on this channel yet, so let's see. So yep, this bamboo farm just operates like a flying machine, standard flying machine. It's pretty simple, nothing crazy at all. I'll show you how to operate it real quick. So whenever something grows across here, oh, it looks like it's broken somehow. Okay, so now I'm just going to demo how the little flying machine works here. It's really super easy to build. It's pretty standard flying machine. There's tons of videos already on YouTube about it. But there is a limit to how far these slime blocks can extend out. And I believe it's, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. And then you can put another solid block on that one that is a movable block. But yeah, I'll show you how it works real quick. So the bamboo grows up. So let's just go ahead and put some bamboo in our inventory so you can see this the way it will work. Put that in there. And now, as the bamboo grows, it'll gradually grow up to be in front of the observer block. And when it does, it will send it flying, breaking it and everything else. All the other bamboo here. When it gets down here, this observer sees it, sends a signal to this trapdoor, opens the trapdoor, which is over this observer, and sends the flying machine going back. Pretty standard, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. It's pretty simple. The item collection system here is there are a bunch of hopper minecarts down below, and the reason this bamboo isn't getting picked up is because the minecarts don't want to pick it up. All the hoppers through here are probably full because I haven't smelted anything with the smelter yet. But we can go ahead and put some stuff in there so you can see how that works. And so what you'll do is you'll put your items that you want to smelt into this chest. Let's go ahead and grab some cactus. Just go ahead and put a few stacks in here into my inventory so I can demonstrate this, and we'll go ahead and drop them all in there. You see they're starting to get taken out right away. And once all of these hoppers, or once all of these furnaces rather, see that there are items inside of them, they will all start burning, and will make the green dye that cactuses can generate for us. And they may try to fill up these hoppers first. It's pretty normal. Yeah. And the reason it's actually locked up right now is because there's green dye stuck in each of these. And I just did that so you can leave them in there for a little XP farm if you wanted to. So yeah, pretty simple. Again, this is a pretty cool little survival concept. I did build this in creative, but I'm planning to build it in my Survivor World soon. So yeah, if there are any videos you guys can think of you want to see, just leave a comment below, let me know. Please like and subscribe, and I'll come back at you sometime soon. I'm gonna do a tour of my survival world soon, and I don't know, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, just let me know, and I'll keep this kind of content coming out. So thanks, bye bye.